Hello. Hello. All right. Hello. All right. Get the fucking URL on this. Share. There we go. Holy shit, it's a lot of people. Alright, fuck. Alright, how do I pop up this fucking chat? What's up, everybody? I gotta get in touch with one of my moderators. Where is he? I will make you a mod on easy. So I'm sending a message to one of my what's up, Gino? The album is balls. I'm assuming that's good. Or maybe it's bad. I don't know if you're trolling me or not. Lots of hellos. What's up, dude? Congrats on the new album. Thank you. Just came off an 8-hour binge of your songs. That's a long time. Glad you like it that much. Buy the album on Tuesday. Been listening on repeat. Yo. Okay. Hey, Jack. Let me mod you. Add moderator. Done. Jack. So now my cousin is a moderator. If you guys step out of line, he will time you out or ban you. Jack, I don't really know the commands for modding on YouTube, so if you want to take a second to look those up, but feel free. Alex and Tony, True Gods of Music. Yeah, mac and cheese is better than your stupid noodles. Fuck you, Toad. Jack, timeout, Toad. Thank you. Uski, hey man, congrats again on how well everything came out. You should be super proud. Thank you. I appreciate that. Steps out of line. Simon Potter. You'll know when you step out of line. Jack, you can untime him out. I was just giving him shit. So yeah, untime him out, and then if he does legit anything, like, that super pisses me off. But thank you for following my instructions, Jack. That was really good. Thank you. All right, so now you all know that my cousin Jack has moderator powers, and he is not afraid to use them. The new album is well worth the wait. I was in tears. I love your new album. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. What an amazing album. Kind of wanted to buy a physical copy. Been jamming a TFF since release. It's fantastic. Yeah, sorry, Damien. Physical copies are a real pain in the ass, and return them. I can't take back that shit making some place. Okay, if you can't take it back, then we'll give him 3 minutes. Or yeah, how much is that? Oh shit, it's 5 minutes. Okay, he'll be back in 5 minutes. I was just fucking with you, Toad, but hey, that's what you get for liking cheese and fucking shit. Like, stuff's awful. I love how some of the songs feel more mature versions of some of the other older songs. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, all those other songs were written years ago, literal years ago, and we've spent so much time working on this one. That was bound to happen. That's a nice DPPR. I don't know what that is. Explain. That was fast as hell, Jack. Yeah, last prime. Totally worth the wait. Hey y'all, so I got questions. Is it possible to find your old tracks anywhere? Everything's on Bandcamp, Green. Literally everything is on Bandcamp. Cops. My favorite one was Cops and/or Robbers. You're thinking of a different band, dude. That's not us. Possibility of merch. Yeah, so we did the it's a good question. So we did do the limited run of that T-shirt just to gauge like the interest on merch, and we noticed that you guys ate it up. So yeah, we're in the process of planning another T-shirt run, probably the next couple weeks or so while I get things situated. This is Ian and Colin. Hey, what's up, guys? Did you use, yes, oh, that guitar tone that I showed you that I built in Bias, that is what I used for all my rhythms in the album. Like, so we used Positive Grid Bias FX for everything, and it was a guitar tone that I spent a year building, and I'm really, really happy with it. Alex, the album is great. I love it so much. Now, I'm really proud. How the hell do you only have 9,000 subscribers? We're very niche, dude. We're extremely niche. Very, very niche. Door, oh shit. I can relate too much to Nailbiter. If you knew the context to Nailbiter, I mean, I guess it is a bit more vague in the way I present it, but it is definitely very specific in real life. If I were to explain it to you, it would make more sense, and you'd be like, oh shit, yeah, that's fucked up and very exclusive. Hey Alex, I love you, man. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, Knox, yes, Knox. To be honest, I was kind of so-so about some of your older songs. I've been really enjoying the new album. Thanks, Knight. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's all that's fine. It's not. I don't think any of the old stuff is particularly great. So, no offense taken. I would go gay for you, Venom. Alex, you spell my name wrong, dude. Fuck off. If you're gonna like say shit like that, spell my name right. Still good though. If you're too much. Yes. Speaking honestly, some of the songs are hit or miss. Ambivalence, CFF. Sleep are top of my favorites. I appreciate your honesty, Shay. I am curious to find what you found was a miss and why. So feel free to share that in the chat. Please, you know, I'd like to have a discussion about that. Alex, one question: which of the songs is the most fun performing? That I will have to think about that. I will probably give you an answer before the end of the stream. Sorry, I'm getting through the chat slowly, guys. There's a lot of stuff going on, but I will get to everything. I guarantee it. So just bear with me here. I gotta fight you in Tekken, motherfucker. Gino, I will fuck you up with my Josie. You can ask Jack. My Josie don't fuck around. For all viewers interested in... Oh, thank you, Jack. Thank you for posting the link. I was actually going to do that shortly. Thank you so much, Jack. Jack is an excellent moderator. No come up with during stream. I am disappointed. Dude, that last gunplay, I got so fucking salty because of the fucking pieces. So, no. Maybe another kit some other time, but not today. Do you have any plans to ever do something... I answer this question a lot. No. That song was a gift for someone. It's done. It's complete, and I will never sell it because I don't want to make money on a gift that I made for someone. I will absolutely never do that. So y'all can stop asking that question now. If there's one question if there's one question that I get more than will this be on Spotify, which fucking pisses me off, it's when will Kamehime be finished? Kamehime is done. It's done. It's finished. It's complete, and it's for someone. It's not for us to use. It's not for anyone else. I posted online because it was the easiest way to get it to this person, but that video's not even monetized. I won't monetize that video, and I will not rearrange it and sell it. It's done. People need to stop asking about it and respect the fact that it doesn't belong to them. How can we help support you guys? Buy my album on Bandcamp, dude, and continue listening to me on Spotify. That's how you can support us. Obviously, we'll be putting out merch again in a couple weeks, and you can buy some merch. That's how you can support us and spread the word. Just tell people about us. You know, please do, and just get it out there. That's how you can support us. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the enthusiasm surrounding you guys, wanting to support us. It's kind of a sequel to something like Breathing, right? What is specifically? Nailbiter, I mean. No. It's Nailbiter and something like Breathing have nothing to do with each other. They have, it may be in like the very vaguest, loosest sense of the term that they both refer to aspects of my musical career, but they are not about the same people and they're not about the same issue. They're completely different things. What song is your personal favorite from Euclid? Bones. Easily. What song is your favorite from Vati and Vaselikov? Ooh. Maybe a Bloody Mess. Probably a Bloody Mess or a Berserk. The new album. Oof. That's even harder. I still don't know. I mean, it's only been out for a few days, and I've been listening to it. And when I have listened to it recently, it's from a very clinical perspective. Making sure the master's correct and the mix is right, yada yada yada. So I haven't really had time to like sit down, and just listen to the album, and take it in. So that's a good question. I'm not sure I'll have an answer by the end of the night, but I'll think of something. As a fellow user and advocate for programmed drums with samples, did you end up using? We built our own samples out of stock samples. So yeah, we found things that we liked and said, I like this aspect about this snare, but I also like this aspect about this snare. So we blended the two and bust them out to the same track, so they stayed in like relative volume. So yeah, if you want good samples for drums, the progressive rock Foundry for Superior and Easy Drummer is pretty good. if you just want like just something you can just throw in immediately and not have to worry about. I can talk again. I'm sorry about what I said. Mac and cheese is horrible. I hate it. Yeah, thank you, Toad. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. It takes a strong man to admit they're wrong. But yeah, as far as program drums, program all these in Ableton. We program them. I program them when I write my own stuff. I program them in Ableton. But when we write in the studio, we program it using Stephen Slate drums in Cubase. But yeah, if you're looking for really good just stock samples that you're not going to have to really post process at all, check out the prog rock or the prog metal foundry for Easy Drummer and Superior Drummer. What else can we look forward to this year? Maybe next year. Covers. I've been fucking around with some just like demo cover stuff, but probably won't release it, and I definitely won't sell it. I'm in the process of writing a new album. Maybe that'll be out in a year and a half or so. We'll see what happens. So yeah, we're already writing stuff for the next release because this album's taken so long to make. I've had that much time to write. So we'll see what happens. Probably won't see anything for the year though. My personal favorite from TF is the title track. I have a soft spot for the title track myself. I'm glad you like it. I was concerned as to whether or not songs like the title track and Better Ways were going to be well received. And I'm glad to hear people dig them. Joke starts off super awesome, but the ring leaves for overused and repetitive towards the end. That's fair. I would have to listen. Yeah, I mean, you know, it being the single, and that was the intent. You know, something that's easy to listen to, and a little less adventurous. But I totally see what you mean. Heart of the Architect, Better Ways to Die for their choke were favorites off of the album. Yeah, a lot of people really like Architect, which is a surprise. Not that I dislike it, but I like it a lot. I'm just surprised at how many people really liked it. Monster Hunter fan, yes, I will be playing Monster Hunter in a couple hours after this stream is over and once it unlocks for me. Bones, yes, Bones, best song off the first two EPs easily, in my opinion. Bones is such a good song and has such a special place for Tony and I that we seriously considered rewriting and rearranging Bones for this new album. It was definitely on the table for a number of months. We decided against it because we didn't. At the end of the day, we realized that no matter how we rearranged it, it would not be conducive to the general themes and the general tone of the album. It just didn't belong. But yeah, Bones is a great song. That's Stu by Horner. I think it's a very excellent song, and I'm very proud of it. It's one of my favorite songs I've ever written. A huge part of what becomes my favorite is cool moments, stuff like that. My opinion shouldn't be taken serious. I don't. I'd love a movie if it. Okay, see, that's where you and I, Shay, totally differ. I don't care about cool moments if a movie is trash. Like, if you can't tell a decent story and give me reasons to care about character agency and motivation, yada yada yada, I don't give a fuck about cool moments. Also, I don't know exactly what you mean by cool moments in songs. Here's the thing. There's a hierarchy when it comes to composing music that was taught to me. The song, the band, the ego. Always do what's best for the song first. And then think about what's best for the band, and then you can satisfy your ego once those other two things are taken care of. Like cool moments in song, if there's a cool action scene in a movie that's not in service to the plot, then you don't need it and you shouldn't be using it. If there's a cool moment in a song that is not in service to the song, if it's just there to be masturbatory and fucking self-indulgent, leave it out. You have to write things in service to the overall picture. Otherwise, it's just fluff. It's filler. It's substanceless material. Everything should have a purpose. Can I get a phrase to basically summarize? I'm trying to get a friend to understand what it's about. So, I mean, it's in the title. The fire, the fear, the fall. The fire refers to my, struggles with my general anger and bitterness and just being, having difficulty controlling that. What else is there? Oh yeah, the fear is obviously just that. It's fear. It's anxiety in dealing with, crippling anxiety for most of my life, and the fall being, you know, thoughts of suicide and depression. You know, that's what the album is. This album was me just really um, digging deep and you know, saying, okay, what do I have to say? I know I have a lot I want to say, but how far does this go, and how uncomfortable am I willing to make other people with my message? How personal do I want to get, and how clear do I want to be about how I feel about myself? And shit gets really intense. Like Beneath the Sleep, I wrote about the person that I am that terrifies me. I wrote about the things that I fear that I am capable of. I wrote, it was basically like, man, I dream about some really fucked up shit. Is that really who I am? You know, am I the kind of person who's ready to fucking kill people, you know, without thinking about it? You know, am I capable of these terrible things? So yeah, no, that's pretty much what the album is about. The album is very much self-examination, self-reflection. That's the theme of the album, and just like really learning to understand who I am and what I need to do to heal, be a better person, and be happy. Lex, it's Clay. What's up, Clay? Love the songs. Great job. Glad you love the songs. Too bad I don't love New Mercy. Uh, I she's not bad. She's actually very good. I just not used to her. She plays totally different. She's a different character now. It's not the same character, and I miss the character that I fell in love with. New album hype. I'm glad you like it, Toad. Do you have plans to go on tour? No, we are a studio project. There's only 2 of us. We are in our 30s. We have families and jobs. Not realistic. Without going into too much detail, could you summarize what Release is about? Release, I can go into detail for you, Carter. Release is about not understanding what it means to be happy and lead a fulfilling life, and just trying to distract yourself with things that are ultimately destructive and hurting people in the process. Basically just, yeah, feeling lost and filling your life with things and not really you know, enriching your existence, and just and struggling with that. You know, drinking, spending money on things, convincing people through social media or the material goods that you have that you're a happy and fulfilled person, when really you're in a relationship that's really shallow and unfulfilling. You struggle with substance abuse. You're just generally depressed and just can't find a way to be happy, and you spend all this time distracting yourself with different stimulus to convince yourself that you are happy, or at least not unhappy. I mean, that's what Release is about. You know, finding a release, finding a distraction from what is wholly and unfulfilling life, and how sad that can be. You know, I'm slowly introducing my friends to you guys. Do you want to hear something cool? Hey, that's a good way to put it. I want to show Tanuki some love. Thank you again. Thank you very much, Jack. Yes, everyone click on everyone go to WorcesterMusicAwards.com. Nominate us for Best Rock Act. That'd be appreciated. You can even nominate our album for Best CD if you want, since it came out this year. That'd be greatly appreciated. I would love to be represented at the Worcester Music Awards this year. I think Better Ways is my favorite, to be honest. Better Ways is a very special song. It's different for sure, and it gets really heavy, emotionally and thematically. Yeah, I think that's up there for me, for sure. It was definitely the most different song I've ever written. I love Bones. Yes, so do I. All My Stars is my favorite from You Could. All My Stars gets a lot of love too. That was actually the very first song I wrote for Tanuki Suit. I actually wrote it in a band called All My Stars and Garters with my friends Joey, and Albert. I'm starting a campaign to see a re-release of Bones as a single right now. We actually talked about that. Colin and Ian. We actually did talk about redoing Bones just for fun, even outside of the album, because we want to do some tests with some. We're setting ourselves up to do vocals with a new mic and preamp, and we're like, what's a good way to test this? We're like, let's just record one of our songs, and I was like, fuck it, let's think about redoing Bones. We might still do that. That might still be fun. All My Stars is my favorite. Yeah, once again, lots of love. Choke, Better Ways to Die, and Your Friendly Local Arsonist. Thank you, Carlos. Arsonist is definitely a different one. We picked that specifically to be the first track in the album because we were like, it's somewhat reminiscent of what we do, but not entirely. What did Z-Quake do? Yes, thank you, Jack. So I should probably make this clear. You guys asked me about Spotify. Jack will time you out. I do not give a shit. I have gotten that question too much. I keep telling people to stop asking me. Feel free to call me an asshole. Feel free to say I'm being unreasonable and an asshole about it. I don't give a shit at this point. I've had a rough month. The album just came out. It is on Spotify. Yet you people keep still asking me like literally every day, multiple times a day. I have other things to worry about. And I told Jack before we started the stream, if anyone asks about Spotify, time them out. Don't even ask me for permission. Y'all will get timed out. And if you ask again, you will get banned because I've had it. Like, I mean, I guess I'm an entertainer and I have to put on some semblance of courtesy. You know, I'm trying to be. I try very hard to be nice. I'm not a nice person, guys, but I try. I put a lot of effort into being nice with fans. But at the end of the day, I'm a person and I have a breaking point. And when I get fucking irritated, I get fucking irritated. So please don't ask about Spotify. Please don't ask dumb questions. I'm here to be as transparent and open and have discussions with you guys as much as possible. But yeah, no one asked about Spotify. That being said, Z-Quake, it's only just a timeout. You'll be back shortly. And then feel free to join the chat. I'd be happy to have you. Anyway, where did I leave off? Lettuce Prime. Bones and Bloody Mess are probably my favorites. Those are great songs. Yes, so we agree on that. Berserk second chorus ends, but I only hurt you. Since the violin at the end, Lettuce, is not synth. That's an actual violinist. That's someone I hired and used to date, playing violin on my album. It's a but the synth strings have a bit of a strange melody. I mean, there's synth strings in the background, and I guess I don't know. I'd have to listen to it again, but it's deliberate. Everything I wrote for that is deliberate. But yeah, no, that if you're talking about the violin at the end, that's an actual person playing violin, and I happen to think she did an amazing job. I bought the album 20 minutes after midnight on Monday. I listen to it every day. Blended ambivalence and your friendly local eyes. Yeah, that you can thank our consummate engineer, producer / one of my closest friends my entire life, Chris Curran. You know, he's the one that did the mastering, so he fixed that. He set that up for us. We told him that's what we wanted. He's like, okay, well, the blend's super easy. Same key, same BPM. I love Kaiju. I hate Kaiju. And the Pilot. Pilot, I would say, is very underrated. Every time I go back and listen to it, I'm like, you know what? This song is better than I remember. And that's literally every time I go back to it. Because every time I think about it, I'm like, I don't like that song. And I listen to it, I'm like, yeah, it's actually pretty good. Proud of that one. I can't pick a song I love above all the others in the album. Maybe Choke, though. Choke is very special. One of my favorites has been Better Ways to Die. Yep. Yeah, I'm glad we got one. Please don't Spotify questions. Thank you, Jack. I made it. Love the album. Darian, hey, what's up, man? Thank you, guys. Darian is like a super fan, and he's shown me so much support. Not just through Tanuki, but he's shown Tiger Eyes a lot of support, and he responds to everything I write. Like, he's such a super awesome dude. So everyone told Darian, thank you for making sure Alex doesn't fall into a deep depression because no one pays attention to him. So thank you so much, Darian. Thank you for making it too. I remember the fans speculating its relation to Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, I changed the name of the album, one because I wanted to, because I was like, Fury's kind of lame, and because people were speculating Metal Gear Solid, and I was like, nope, fuck that. I'm not giving people benefit of the doubt. This is not about video games. Not about it, and I don't want people to start confusing that. I was like, I gotta change this. This is my thing. This is what I'm doing now. Loved your last album. Was a Kickstarter backer on it. Yep. Thank you so much, Crazy. I appreciate the backing on the Kickstarter. The album got me into Berserk just from the song. Personally, I can't get Choke out of my head. I'm glad you like Choke, man. And yeah, Berserk was also a very special song. That was something we were like, let's do something different. I mean, that whole album was an experiment. The whole album was like, let's do different things with every song, which it turned into kind of like this weird, like, pastiche of styles. It was like a weird amalgam. It wasn't terribly conducive as one whole piece. It wasn't very cohesive, which I think the new album is, because we finally discovered what we want to do and like what we're good at. But I like the fact that we tried so many different things. Kaiju is just badass. I disagree. I think it's trash. I don't think it's very good. Pilot comes back to me pretty often. Yeah, Pilot I think is just a good song. Objectively, I don't think it's a terribly exciting song. It's just written well, if that makes any sense. Does Choke have a special meaning? The lyrics. The Choke is about someone that I've decided to remove from my life, from being shitty and toxic and just being an awful person, and using their faith in religion and the fact that I am not a white Christian boy against me. So fuck them. That's what it's about. Overall, my favorites are almost all my stars. All right, cool. Bones, Berserk, and Choke, and Lord Vessel. I'm not gonna, you don't have to apologize, Carlos. Everyone loves Lord Vessel. I understand that. I don't like it for my own personal reasons, but if you guys like it, that's great. I'm glad you guys like my music. I appreciate that. I came here to gush about the album, not to learn. For an example, well, you can gush, but here we're here to talk and like have a conversation and whatnot. For an example, Choke is a super fucking cool opening, but the rest of the song doesn't hit a sweet spot like the beginning. I don't even know what that means, man. I still love these songs though. So much random stuff in Spotify Discover Weekly and Release Radar doesn't. And Release Radar doesn't either. All right, well, I'm glad you like the stuff, Shay. Came for Dark Souls and stayed for the ride. That's the vast majority of people. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Fucking hell. I keep losing. Sorry, guys. The chat's fucking so much shit going on. Sorry, I'm not keeping up very well. Do you feel the Fire That Fear the Fall differentiates itself from the previous albums? Yeah, it's much more conducive to itself. It's a much more like thematically cohesive and consistent album. I wrote it, I guess, as a concept piece. I'm finally at a point in my music career where I'm like, I'm not trying so hard to try things for the sake of trying things. I know what I'm good at. I know what I want. I know what I want this to sound like, and just taking a lot of time and polishing that out. So yeah, I feel that it does differentiate itself in that regard. It was much more focused, much more deliberate, much more personal, and much more cohesive. Mercy and much more earnest. Earnest is a good word. Mercy and Beneath the Sleep are hitting me pretty hard at the moment. Title track and Architect are probably going to stick with me after a while too. But Beneath the Sleep hit me hard as fuck on the album. Beneath the Sleep is some pretty heavy shit. Word, Alex, I was going through some of the thoughts when your first album came out for a while. Helped me through a lot of stuff going on. Well, I'm glad I helped you out. I love this new album and everything you guys have done. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you so much. The Earth Going Weep seems literally to be more abstract than what you can you comment on the things? I guess it is a bit abstract. It's a bit more general. It's just about the world being a really fucked up place and the things that are happening in it, both natural and man-made, and just similar to your friendly local arsonists. The good people, being abandoned and left to die by the powers that be, and really not being able to control anything, and just like the state of the world just being so fucked up, and the situation feeling so helpless sometimes, that the earth itself is left to weep, and there's nothing that can be done to fix it. But yeah, it's a bit more nebulous and vague and cryptic. You are correct about that, Carter. Calvin says, "Hi, Alex. I just wanted to say that I've been listening nonstop to the album since it came out. It's your favorite song on the album. I'm still thinking on that, actually. Still thinking on that. I still don't really have an answer. What page to vote again? By the way, love your stuff. Yeah, so Jack, put it back in. Yeah, just Jack, feel free to just drop that, both the Bandcamp URL and the Worcester Music Awards URL in periodically. I'm confused. What's the difference between a cover band and a tribute band? Cover band just covers music. Tribute band like takes on the persona of the musicians. They act like them. They put on a show. It's much more thematic. They're acting like the people that wrote the music. They're dressing like them. They're taking on that persona. But they're both whatever. I don't think either are fulfilling, in my opinion. If people like doing it, more power to them. I never will. You are an asshole for timing people out for it. It's understandable. Thanks. I appreciate that. The empathy there. I was there for that Facebook post. Okay. I love Alex when you're pissed. It's just not taking any bullshit. Yeah, I'm a pretty straight shooter. You should see me outside of like my interaction with you guys. You should ask Tony. I get fucking pissed all the time and I scream about shit. And I'm just like, man, why fucking people so fucking stupid? I really like just screaming in the earth can only leave. Thank you. Very raw and emotional. Yeah, I mean that's how I've always done it, which is why I don't do it often. And this is the only time I've ever done it for Tanuki, is because it destroys my voice. But I used to do it a lot, and therefore I am. I enjoy screaming. I think it's a lot of fun. But because I don't do it correctly, like Tony does. Tony does it in such a way where he preserves his voice. He can go all night. Like Tony really knows what he's doing. I blow out my voice as much fun as I have doing it. Aside from your album, Everscale. Yes, I have played a few multi-scale guitars. They're not for me. I think they I think they're a cool idea, and I totally get why some people love them. Like it makes sense from like a technical standpoint. I just yeah, they're not for me. But yes, I have dabbled, and I think they're really cool. Like the concept of them, the idea of them is genius, in my opinion, for like optimal intonation and string tension. Multi-scale guitars are very cool. I don't think I'll ever own one. It's just not something I'm interested in. Thank you for the album, man. It was worth standing by. Thank you, Kathy. I'm really glad you enjoy it. I really do appreciate that. Will listening to the album on Bandcamp app somehow support Tanuki? Not necessarily, because I know that Spotify treats independent bands like shit or something. Spotify treats every artist like shit. And if anything, independent bands, we actually take a better cut than signed artists. We still make fractions of cents, but if you're a signed artist, because you have a record label to pay, you make even less money per play. So, I mean, if you want to use Spotify, go for it, man. As much as I dislike Spotify, outside of Bandcamp, they do a really good job at supporting us in terms of income. So yeah, feel free to listen to us on Spotify. I'm not going to stop anybody. Do you feel like the process of making songs has changed from when you started? No, it does. It hasn't. I've always written songs. Like the process itself, the creative process. Change is a little different for each song because each song requires different things and a different approach. But no, I haven't changed my approach to songwriting in general very much at all in the past since I started the band. I have more assets and equipment to assist with that, but my mindset and the way I approach writing a song and using music theory and applying that, it's very much the same. The Pilot is one of my favorites for sure. Glad you like it, Toad. It's a very solid song. I guess that's a good way to describe The Pilot. It's just a solid song. Carter says, Alex, I really appreciate the amount of effort you're putting into providing fans with validation, even when it's just putting out your art should be enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I like talking with you guys for the most part. When you have good questions, you're in, we're instigating discussion, catalyzing, deep thought. Like I appreciate that. That's why I like doing these. I like talking with you guys and just like, going back and forth and like clarifying things and digging deeper. I just became a fan of yours like a month ago. And man, you came at the right time, Dustin, huh? It was very fortuitous timing. You became a fan. Oh, they got these 2 EPs. Oh, they got an album coming out in a month. That's great. That's a lot of music to keep you busy for a while. Everyone's thanking Darian, as he deserves. Choke is one of my favorite songs, and it has this connection with me that reminds me of how I showed to my ex. What did and it has this connection with me that reminds me of what I'd show to my ex. Yeah, I mean, I pretty much clarified that. I think you would agree it's probably the same thing, James. And that's pretty much what it did mean to me. Even though I have no desire to talk to her now, it's like, I don't give a shit. It's not worth my time. But if I were to talk to her, these are the things I'd say. You'd be like, you're a shitty person. I don't want anything to do with you, and I have no desire to forgive you because you don't deserve it. Well, now it's stream because I'm glad you're happy, Darian. Sorry, once again, super sorry, guys, that I'm getting through this super slowly. Yeah, it's just a lot of stuff. I really do apologize. I will get to everything, I promise. Loving your song, Friend of the Local Arsonist. I'm glad you're liking it, Craig. I'm going through some of the songs right now. Hard to Get actually might be my absolute favorite. So visceral, cutthroat. Yeah, I'm actually really happy with how that came out. I was afraid that we were gonna botch it. Because we're not super metal musicians, and I'm really happy with how it came out and how well it's been received so far. Just want to say thank you for everything you guys do. Thank you, Nick. Kind of surprised when you replied to my comment on the album stream. Oh yeah, I mean, I try my best to respond to everything. I like to be as open and transparent as possible. Hope Rides Alone will always be my favorite. Choke is just goddamn euphoric. Thank you, Angel. How do you guys actually write your songs? Do you compose them separately and send the guys back and forth? I usually write on my own. Well, I'll start an idea on my own, and when I bring it to Tony, I'll either have a complete song done, or I'll have like parts, and he'll help me piece it together. As far as going about writing music in general, it depends on the song and what I'm feeling in the moment, what I want to achieve. Sometimes I'll start with a guitar riff. Sometimes I'll start with a drum beat. Sometimes I'll start with a string part. Sometimes I'll have an idea for like a vocal melody in my head, and I'll write a chord progression to that. It all depends on the song. It all depends on what I'm trying to do in that moment and what I'm feeling. But yeah, usually I'll work on stuff on my own before I see Tony because we're busy guys. We don't get to see each other every day. Maybe once every week if we're lucky. And so I'll often work on a ton of stuff on my own, and then I'll bring it to him, and he'll give us 2 cents. Best album so far. Thank you so much. Music gives me a lot of thought, especially. Yeah, that was the hope. I was hoping it would get people to self-examine and stop and think about things. So I'm glad it's doing that for you, Darian. It helps me write my stories. I'm even better. It's encouraging self-reflection and self-examination. That was the goal, to make people uncomfortable and to get them to self-examine. I don't care this album took so long. I can relate to the whole idea and themes behind. I'm glad you can relate to it, Kurt. Like that's. I'm glad people can relate to this. It was hard to be earnest when I was writing music about video games. It was fun, but it was just like I didn't feel anything as I was writing those songs because it didn't matter. It didn't mean anything to me really. It was not in the way that the things that in this album mean to me. Nailbiter is favorite off the new album. Joke's great too, even after the abandoned reference material like anime and games. Storytelling in your songs is spot on. Thank you. I happen to think my personal stuff is stronger than my referential material. Thank you, Toad. Dust Hope Rise Alone is such a deep, thoughtful song to me. I guess it is, ultimately. I want to view these deleted messages. Yeah, yep, Lindsay, I'm unspotted. I kid. And then Jack slam dunked that shit. Okay, yeah. Don't even joke about that, guys, because we're going to be all over that. Like, don't even joke. Like, Jack, I told Jack, watch these people like a fucking hawk. He's going to get you. That's hilarious. Now, if you had time to chew on it for a while, what's your favorite Persona now? Probably still 4. Probably still. I think 5 is objectively the best, but 4 is still my favorite. I have a lot of issue with some of the characters in 5. Particularly Makoto, but we're not going to get into that. Makoto I can't stand for a number of reasons. What are your thoughts on fans getting tattoos dedicated to the band? That's fine, man. I don't advocate it. I think there are more meaningful things that you can get tattooed on you. But if you want to get a Tanuki tattoo on you, by all means, go for it. I won't stop you. In fact, I'd love to see it. Take a picture and share it. Chad's blowing up. I just wanted to let you know your music is great. I love it. It's been very inspirational. Thank you. Hobo or Hobo? Doc. We'll just call you Doc. Doctor. Sky Mushrooms. Any plans for concerts? Nope. Studio project. Only 2 guys. No time. I love your music, guys. Sorry, Munoz, I don't speak Spanish. I know some Cantonese and Toisan and some Polish and Japanese, if you know any of that. Jack's killing it. Jack is killing it. He's dropping bodies left and right. It's amazing. Fuck. Here we go. Alex, I'm the guy who asked permission to use the TF. Yes! This is only a chapter guy. Blinky, I lost that link. Please send it to me again. Yeah, send it a private message either YouTube or email or post it. Please, post it on the Tanuki Facebook page. Guys, Blinky made a really, really cool, my favorite song. Oh, I'm glad you like Arson's. He made a really cool short film music video with a song that I did with my old band years ago. I think it came out great, so please check it out when he posts it to the Tanuki Facebook page. I would really appreciate it if you supported him because it was really, really cool. I thought it was super, super neat. Okay, that's good to hear regarding that independent bands are not as fucked. I mean, we still get fucked, but not as bad. Yeah, I feel guilty because of how its premium makes it so easy to loop. Listen, I mean, each loop still counts as like extra play, so don't worry about that. I wish you guys would do a live show. I might do a live acoustic bullshit, but I don't really like to play live. I'm not built for it anymore. I'm old. I don't have a lot of time. And I enjoy the act of producing albums and writing music more than I actually do the performance. Some people are performers. Some people are writers and composers. I'm a writer and composer. I'm not much of a performer. What is the heaviest band you listen to and what's the softest? Softest, probably a pop band. I like Halsey, Justin Bieber, Churches. I like a lot of pop, Katy Perry. Heaviest band, the Korea out of Russia. Architects. Periphery. Devin Townsend, Haunted Shores. I listen to a lot. I used to listen to more metal. I don't listen to a lot of metal these days. Yeah, I guess Architects. Next album in 2 years, maybe a year and a half, maybe 2 years. That's a good question. That's a good question. I was listening to the album and remember the song I showed you on stream a while back. I thought. Oh, are you talking about Better Ways to Die? Yeah. Time dash. I don't get how to vote on the awards site. So there's above where the flyer pops up, there'll be a section that says it should allow you to like click on start the survey and vote, and you can just write everything in. It's all write-ins, Simon. Oh my God, I forgot about Hope Rides Alone. That scream right at the end is incredible. Any tips for screaming like Tony? You'd have to ask him. I don't do it properly. Hey Alex, where did you learn about music theory? I had a private teacher when I was younger. He taught me everything I know about theory. Watching your streams when you were working on music was awesome, by the way. Thank you. I actually had a lot of fun doing those. Those were a good time. Produce any more merchandise? Yes, we're working on some t-shirt stuff next couple weeks. My throat's getting dry. 1 second, guys. Just finished the voting. Thank you very much, Shay. I'm voting Ninja Sex Party for best music video, eating food in the shower. Actually, if you guys want to vote for best music video, Ninja Sex Party is not from, they're from New York. They're not from Worcester. My buddy, who's a rapper, his name is Leon Legacy. Please vote for him for best music video because he put out this video last week and holy shit, I got choked up watching it. So powerful and so amazing. Leon is a really good guy. He's a really talented musician. He's a super dude. Amazing rapper. The best rapper in the state. So please vote for Leon Legacy for best music video if you have an opportunity to. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. I just want to say really quickly before I drop out, I absolutely love your music and can't begin to say enough how much it's helped me. Thank you, Matt. I'm glad it's helped you, and I appreciate you digging it. I love your music. When is the album on Spotify? It already is. I don't have a question, but please keep doing it. Yeah. Yeah. I go on the page and it's a giant picture. And it's a giant picture with comments in the section below. No buttons or options. Yeah, no, there should be a drop down like Java Flash thing that sits above the giant picture when the page fully loads. Jokes I've been asking Alex, but only what? Shit. Sometimes the chat fucks up and it drops me down too fast. The joke. That's not a funny joke, Ark. Don't make Jack permanently ban you, because it's just not funny. It's really starting to fucking piss me off. I've asked the same question. He's pretty privately tutored, I believe. Yes, that is correct, Lettuce. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Jack. Yeah, sorry, I'm so behind in the chat. Jack had to like direct message me via Steam. He's like, yeah, he got it. Thank you, Jack. Appreciate it. Jack's the man, by the way. Everyone, thank Jack, my cousin, for being so awesome and helping me do this. He didn't have to at all. He's doing it out of the kindness of his own heart, and he really does deserve your gratitude. But yes, private lessons are the answer. Do you remember any of the bands or songs recommended last stream? Oh my god, dude, it's been so long, and I've been so busy in that time. I'm saying no. You're gonna get a laugh out of that, apparently. The new album isn't my cup of tea. Isn't the band? I'm sorry to hear that, Apple. I'd like to know what you didn't like about it and what you liked about the old stuff, and what was different about the new album and what you didn't like about it. I am curious, but I apologize. I wasn't actively trying to alienate people, but yeah, feel free to share how you feel about it. I am open to hearing that. I will never fault anyone for disliking the album. Different strokes for different folks. It's funny you say the songs are meant to make you self-examine. I was self-examining myself all night while listening to your songs. Really helped me out. Anytime, Yang. I'm glad you enjoyed listening to it. I'm glad it engaged you. Angel, yeah, I will play Monster Hunter with you guys at some point, but I am going to solo a lot of it first. So maybe in a couple weeks, I'll hop on Twitter, I'll hop on Facebook and be like, hey guys, this is my PSN. Get in touch with me if you want to play some Monster Hunter. But yeah, I definitely want to go through the game a good amount on my own, because I happen to solo Monster Hunter more than anything. Like I've played through 3U on the Wii U several times alone, straight up alone. But yeah, I will definitely play with you guys at some point. A friend and I were in a bad spot the day M came out. We connected really quick and got us out of it. I'm glad I could help you, Caleb, but I'm sorry for whatever you're going through. I hope that things. Oh, I had to disable ad block. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, Caleb, I hope things work out for you, whatever you're going through, you and your friend. Sean, what's up, man? Good to see you, fellow Asian brother. Loved the album. One of my favorite bands. Favorite song is Bloody Mess. It's a great song. I'm very fond of that song. Alex, will you perhaps be able to buy a digital copy? Yeah, you can buy a copy on Bandcamp, Chris. Thacker Dude, it's on the previous album. That's this could still be his favorite song. My vote is for a specific place. I messed up super bad. Yeah, you did mess up, Shay. Worcester's a place, man. Like, yeah, Worcester is a city in Massachusetts. It's where we're from. Oh, it's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. I might be able to post the link to my short film here. The channel, if you go there. I'm not able to post the link to my short film here. Yep, post to the Facebook page. Thank you so much, Blinky. Everyone check out that video later on. Which mainly consists of gameplay, but I might upload some acoustic guitar stuff. Oh, that'd be cool. I'd watch that. Nor am I. Sorry, I'm a Bandcamp. Yep. What are the chances you'll be August? I don't go to shows, man. So Carter, you live in the area. Interesting. Yeah, I don't go to shows. Tony might go to. Tony's a huge August Burns Red fan. I'm actually not a huge fan of them. They're fine. They're cool dudes, but I'm not really into metalcore or a lot of metalcore. Like I think Architects is like one of the greatest bands of all time, but they're a huge exception for me. Most metalcore I think is kind of like meh. But yeah, I will not be at the August Burns Red show. I really don't go to concerts anymore. My anxiety does not allow for that. Any ambitions to get a bit experimental with the choice of instruments in the future? Greens from Germany. I'm just going to keep to what I know, electronics and guitar. I'm a guitarist first and foremost. I play a little bit of piano, and I love electronics. So I'll probably experiment more with different electronic tones and arrangements, but not actual instruments. That gets really expensive. I'm not made of money. What a guy. Tough life of a mod. I'm going to mod you, Mike. Guys, I'm modding a guy named Mike, so if he bans you or times you out and you're wondering what that's about, same exact... Mike, in case you don't know, Jack is timing people out for asking about Spotify. Do the same thing. Mike is also a cousin of mine, and he will be helping out. Everyone thank Mike for his time and efforts. Both Jack and Mike also mod my Twitch channel, so they're always around and always very helpful. Shit, the fucking shit. There we go. Don't apologize. Music evolves, and I love you guys. Produce what you like. I just feel it's more poppy compared to the old, more aggressive style. Yeah, I mean, I feel that. That's just the direction I'm moving in personally as a musician. I want to try different things. I've played post-hardcore metal most of my career, and you know, I want to try different things. I feel that I'm capable of much more. I feel that I still got a lot left in me that I haven't tapped, and this is part of that. You know, this is part of discovering who I truly am as a musician. Goddamn, I want to buy a PS4 now. Don't just wait for the PC release, dude. It's not a big deal. I'll be moving to PC once it comes out to PC. I'm just buying it now for PS4 because it's the only way I can play it. Worcester. It's pronounced Worcester, Toad. Worcester is also a place. It's also a place in Massachusetts, but yeah, here it's called Worcester. Worcester. Like, you know, Worcestershire sauce. You don't say Worcestershire sauce or Worcestershire sauce. You say Worcestershire. Worcestershire is a place in England, and the city of Worcester in Massachusetts is named for it. Just like New England is named for England, New York is named for Yorkshire, yada yada yada. New Hampshire is named for Hampshire in fucking England. So yeah, Worcester is named for Worcestershire. I don't know if you answered this yet. What was your personal favorite song on the album and why? I'm curious. Still don't know, Darian. I've been thinking about that all night. I've been thinking about it since it came out. I honestly don't have an answer. I don't have an answer. I will someday. Wasn't there a T-shirt with the album cover art? We're working on it. There will be. That's the plan. It just we haven't finalized it yet. I have to get in touch with my graphic artist. But yes, there will be. I know I may be overhyped. Hardy Architect was worried. I want going to like as much. Yeah, was worried I wasn't going to like it as much. Okay, that makes sense. But after listening to the whole album over 30 times now, wow, it's my second favorite track. What is your favorite track, Sean? I'm curious. Thank you. I get so triggered when people say Worcester wrong. Oh, you live in, oh, Toad lives in Framingham. I used to live in Framingham, Toad. I used to work in Framingham. I was a manager at the Paparazzi in Framingham. That just shut down recently. Do I know you, Toad? Do we know each other? If your name is Tim, then fuck off, man. Are you Tim? Who are you, Toad? Do I know you? Gino, do we know this guy? Gino, are you still in the chat? Gino's from the area as well. Jack reluctantly takes mine. Damn it, Jack. Well, if you guys want to use their Chinese names, Jack is Jiying, and Mike is Weiman. So you don't have to call Mike and Jack if you don't want to. Wait for someone to write those lyrics. Yeah, the song was meant to be very haunting, Shun. Yeah, Architect is about the very untimely passing of someone. Dude, it's so weird listening to a new album from you guys after all these years. I was in middle school when V&V came out. Yeah, dude, it's been a long time. I'm in my 30s now. And I started this band when, holy shit, I started working on this stuff when I was 24. It's been a long time. I'm 31 now. Worth the wait. Thank you. Hey, so Lettuce says, what are some other band musical stuff you and Tony have been a part of? Where can I find it? Tiger Eyes is my solo project. To music, you can go to Tiger Eyes MA at Bandcamp or shit like that. Tiger Eyes is my solo project, completely electronic. I used to be in a band called Therefore I Am. Tony was a band called Our Lives in Motion. Those are the biggest bands we were ever in. I was also in a band called The Dead Art of Dance. So yeah, I've been in a lot of bands. I'm old. No, we don't know each other. Okay, fair enough. Have you played the beta for the Dragon Ball Fighters? No, I haven't yet. I'm excited for it, though. I'm not even a Dragon Ball fan, but I'm a big fan of Arc Sys Fighters, so I am excited to try it. But I probably won't get to it for a while because I'll be playing a lot of Monster Hunter. I'll probably play it in a week or so. What tunings do you use for the album? Drop C and Drop A. Drop C and Drop A is what we played in for this album. It's a good question card. Are your videos monetized? Some of them are, some of them aren't. It depends on the video. Most of the songs and like the album stream for the new album, that's all monetized. Yeah, most of them are. Yeah, I would imagine it is pretty weird, Toad. Yeah, at the time I was living in Framingham. I have moved around since. I've spent most of my life in Massachusetts, though. Fuck off, Tim. Apparently it's not Tim. That's unfortunate. Right now, until I figure out the lyrics to Architect, Nail Biter is my favorite. Nail Biter is a pretty solid song. Blaze Boys, I don't even know what that means. I think my favorite song overall is Lord Vessel. Yeah, as a Dark Souls player, fought the video. I gotta hand it to Mike. Mike was a great guy. Michael, I'm referring to Mike Bati. I didn't say that. If anyone asks, his name is not Michael. I didn't say that. I didn't confirm that. But he's a really good guy. And him and Veselikov did a lot to help us out. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for Bati and Veselikov. That's for sure. Not the album, the guys. The guys. Message retracted. Blinky asked something. I can't. No. Don't know what it was. Let me say it's amazing to see how mental lore you put into the song. I honestly, I didn't even put any thought. I just started writing shit about Dark Souls. I was like, well, what sounds cool? I wasn't even trying to sound. It comes across as super literal and like fucking shitty, because I wasn't fucking thinking about it. I was just like, I'm just gonna write bullshit because I didn't care. I just didn't. What games and other media are you looking forward to? Bayonetta. Bayonetta. Anything Bayonetta. Bayonetta 3 probably won't be out this year, but Bayonetta 2 comes out for Switch. I'm so excited to play Bayonetta. I got all my first edition localizations of Made of Abyss manga in English coming to me. They're all pre-purchased. I just received the first one a couple days ago. One second. Let me show you guys. So this is it right here. This is the very first official localization of the Made in Abyss manga in English. It released 2 days ago. It released the same day that I released my album, so that's a huge honor for me to share the release date with such an amazing piece of work. And I have all the other editions Um, oh, Mike has confirmed that Vati's. Okay, well, at least I didn't say his last name. I will not say Vati's last name. So, but everyone always knows his name's Michael. But yes, first edition. Very excited. So I'm looking forward to more of that. Didn't hear anything. I'm also looking forward to the second season of Made in Abyss. Inside information. Oh, hey, Tiff. Tiff is also one of my cousins, guys. Loving this album. And mixture of hard and soft songs. Love the strings on release. I worked really hard on those. Thank you so much, Tiff. Thank you for the vote. Love you too. We'll talk to each other very soon. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to need to look into music theory and just how to create simple background music tracks. Where's a good place to start? Is it just a shit ton of music? Yeah, listening to music is not going to teach you about music. You need to get a teacher. You need to get some books. Get some books, like basic books on, basic music theory, compositional theory, arrangement. Yeah, you need to study that stuff. Listening to music is not enough. You need to understand what's happening. It's like buying a math book and not learning about math and just looking at numbers. It's like you're not going to learn anything just by looking at math. It needs to be taught to you. I've always wanted to ask what the other songs in Euclid were about. Not only Hope Rides Alone is about specifically Proto Man and Mega Man. Kaiju is SCP, yes. Lord of Vessels, Dark Souls, yes. Okami High is Persona 4, yes. Avarice is Demon Souls, that's correct. I don't remember the other songs. Give me a list of the other songs, Blinky, and then I'll tell you what they're about. With the exception of the pilot, because I'll never explain the pilot. Gage, Moist Sheep, a fan of mine back when I used to do Let's Play videos. I made it very clear, if he's the one that asks me, I will explain it. But unless Gage is the one, unless it's Gage asking me, you will not get an answer. At least not a real one. What do you think of Bloodborne? I think Bloodborne's great. Bloodborne is one of my favorite Souls games. It's way better than Dark Souls 2 and 3. I've streamed Bloodborne more than I've streamed any other game, Chris, in the Dark Souls series. Yeah, I love Bloodborne. It's not a perfect game. I take a lot of issues with certain things, but overall, it's really, really fun. And I would say Bloodborne's probably one of my favorites. It's probably second favorite, actually, behind the original Dark Souls. These really didn't do. Yeah, I mean, those teasers were just demos. Like, we recorded them the day of, you know. How about the PS4 version of Shadow of the Colossus? Fuck releases of that game. Here's the thing. That's one of my favorite games of all time. I don't need fucking developers re-releasing the same shit over and over and over. Particularly the Okami remaster pissed me off, because you're talking about a game that was directed by Hideki Kamiya when he fought for Clover Studios to get more creative control. He was given very limited assets and funding, almost no publicity, and when Okami was initially a financial failure, they used that as ammunition against him and Shinji Mikami, saying, hey, see, these games aren't selling. And out of nowhere, later on, Okami blows up and becomes this instant classic. And now Capcom is releasing it on all these other fucking platforms and remastering it, fucking cashing in on nostalgia, and Kami is not seeing a dime of it. The man put his life into that game, and they didn't support it when it came out. So no, for the most part, I hate remasters. So no, I have no love for the Shadow of Colossus for PS4 because they already re-released it on PS3. Like, how many times do you have to re-release the same fucking bullshit? Make something new. Fucking, it's so cynical. That's why I like this best Soul song through. It's actually written by a Souls fan, and it's. I mean, that's fair. That's a good point, Blinky. Yeah, I mean, I wrote it because I was a fan of that stuff, and I was like, yeah, this is a cool game, and the tone of the song reminds me of fantasy. When we were writing musically, we wrote it musically before I wrote the lyrics, and I was like, fuck it, I guess I'll just write it about Dark Souls because I was into it at the time. Favorite new song you released is Better Ways to Die. Thank you, Chris. That's a very beautiful piece and well done. Love the emotion in your songs. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm glad it came through. I'm glad it felt earnest. I hope they cover the whole series with the show and not just half like in most animes. I mean, that all depends on funding, Simon. And plus, the series isn't over yet. It's still ongoing. So that's another issue you have to take into account. They'll get as far as they can. But anime is really expensive to produce. And the ROI is kind of small. and returning viewership is always lower with every new season. So it's like, if they never finish it, that's okay. I won't hate it. Because as long as the manga gets finished, because, dude, you guys gotta see how fucking beautiful this is. This is like one of the most beautifully drawn mangas of all time. I fucking love it. Thoughts on the Dark Souls remaster? I don't care. I literally don't care. That game's been re-released enough times. I don't give a shit. I won't play it if that's what you're asking. I really don't care. I lost my place again. Let me see. Did Vati Vidya write the lyric? No, Vati Vidya had nothing to. The song was, people forget, the song was written well before and released well before the Vati video ever came out. The video came out in November. I wrote that album a year before and released that album in August. This guy, like, Vati had nothing to do with the actual production of the song. He just happened to find it and came to me and said, "Hey, I want to do a video for this." It was no one else's idea but mine. Like, that's what it comes down to. I mean, no, the video was his idea and Vasilikov's. That was totally their idea. But, like, the song was just something I came up with because I wanted to. I think we landed on the pilot being about Nun and Yuri is actually getting a movie. I'm really excited because I really love that show. It's so silly and fun and adorable. I want to believe that the pilot could be about Gundam. It is not about Gundam Wing. I've never seen Gundam Wing. I love that song too. One of my favorites. Michael's last name is Vidya, right? Good one, Lettuce. It is not Vidya. It's much more plain than that. It's very white. Writing random shit down method used for all the songs. No, not necessarily. No. Kamitsune. No, that is not true. Pause about Boku no Pico. Jesus, I've never thankfully seen that. I never will. Is motherfucking Bosco refer? Is Berserk a mother trucking Bosco referendum? I don't know what that means. Berserk is about Berserk. Have you seen the cut content from Bloodborne? I did. It looked pretty cool. More reason to believe that Bloodborne's development was rushed. Not only the cut content, but the fucking Chalice dungeons all point to that. Still a great game, but it could have been even better. I played piano for a few years. I had a teacher for about a year, then dropped it. I picked it back up again in July, and I'm having a great time with it. You can still learn that stuff. Music theory isn't hard, man. It just requires, like anything else, it requires study. But it's something that everyone can learn. I highly recommend you either get a teacher or pick up some books. And yeah, I'm glad you're finding playing music fulfilling again. Like, I would die without music. As much as I love anime and video games and all that stuff, if I had to, out of all that, if I had to take one thing and forsake everything else, it'd be music. I would never throw away music. I would never throw away my ability to play guitar. I would die without that. The pilot is also Shimoneta. Oh, is that weird, like, pervy anime? You mean all of them? Yeah. I'm not ashamed to say that I listen to every Tanuki song every day at work. Hey, man, if you like it, more power to you. Thank you so much, Chris. The songs are on a playlist on my phone from Bandcamp. I do listen to quite a lot of music each day. Hey, man, music, the pilot is about Boku no Pico. I don't think I've actually ever said that, but someone did on the thing. You love Okami? Barely see Okami. I mean, I like Okami, but I think it's objectively a very good game, and the fact that Capcom is fucking shilling the hell out of it the past few years after they deliberately let it tank when Kamiya was a director for it and an employee of Clover Studios and Capcom is just disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. Fuck you, Capcom. Were most of the other songs nuclear or personal? Even split in favor of personal. Kestrel. I would say equal parts personal and referential. I had no what was it? I had no idea it was already released for PS3. Yes. No, it's not the first remake, Shay. Like, they fucking Sony are a bunch of fucking shills, man. They know it's a great game and they know people are gonna buy it. You know, fucking Eat that slop, right? Starting with theory, I recommend learning the circle of fifths. Circle of fifths, circle of minors, circle of fifths, circle of tries, and circle of minors. Thank you very much, magician. Yes, absolutely. And that stuff is like that stuff is tantamount. That is music theory 101. Relative fifths, relative minors, relative tries, or relative the 1 3 5. Relative sevenths for minors are great too. Learning about harmonic and melodic minors are also great. Yeah, all that stuff. That's like music theory 101. We ready to go back? I don't know what that means. Praising the Sun in May, is that when the remaster comes out? No, fuck the Dark Souls remaster. I don't give a shit. I really don't give a shit. Stop asking about Dark Souls. Euclid, Bones, almost okay. Euclid, Bones. Bones is about a very difficult time in my life where I was out of work. I ended a relationship. I wasn't feeling well. I was drinking a lot. I was doing drugs, having trouble sleeping, having a lot of nightmares, and I was effectively homeless, living in a basement. Just having a really hard time with that. All My Stars is about rediscovering my love of music by playing with my friends in All My Stars and Garters, Joey, and Albert. A Bloody Mess was about my general health failing and fearing what that meant for me, and coming to terms with the fact that my body is, at my age, is fairly broken down, and that I struggle with maintaining my health. Murder Ghosts was about friends that I've lost. I buried a lot of friends in my lifetime, more than I'd care to admit. I want to say like 9, 10 people between my age now and when I was about 20 years old. I buried a lot of people my age, and that's that song was basically about how I've dealt with that and how I've had friends who are still here that helped me get through that and have supported me. The pilot won't ever explain. Unless your name is Gage and you are moist sheep, you will not get an answer. Something like Breathing is about just telling people to step the fuck off and let me do what I want with my music. And like I will do, I'm not here to please anybody. I'm here to do my thing. And if you want to come along for the ride, so much the better. But I'm not here to play for anyone else but myself. And it's also about the frustration of writing lyrics, because I at the time I hated writing lyrics. I'm not very good at it. I don't have an ear for it. It's more of a chore for me. And Berserk is about Berserk. No more Dark Souls memes. Thank you, Jack. No more Dark Souls, period. Unless it's like a question. Unless it's a question that's going to incite conversation and discussion. Superior Spider-Man, Tower of God, Korean Manga, The Breaker. I'm not familiar with any of these. I'll check them out though. Michael White. No, it's not literally white. It's just a very white name. Michael White. That'd be hilarious. Alex, you mentioned that animation. Blame. Not Blast Shay. Blame. That was super good. Yeah, hey, speaking of which, yeah, I actually do have in my bag right now. I got the first 2 volumes of Blame. There are 6 total. I have all 6, as well as all 6 of Biomega. I'm a huge Tsutomu Nie fan. These are what the first 2 look like. This is number 1. This is number 2. You can find these at Amazon. You can find them at Newbury Comics. If you guys have them in your area, you can find them at any local bookstore. Blame is an excellent visual narrative. I highly recommend Blame. It was Tsutomu Nie's first manga. Where is that thing? Capcom is just shit and bad, only less bad than Konami, because fuck Konami. Konami's terrible. Secondly, but here's the thing, like, I'm not going to use a Konami platform to say fuck Konami and then elevate, what the fuck is his name, Kojima? Fuck Konami, but also fuck Kojima. Kojima's a fucking hack, and he's a fucking weird pervert. He's a fucking egotistical asshole. Fuck both of them. They deserve each other. Kojima and Konami fucking deserve each other. Fuck those guys. Remasters are akin to sticking ice cream in a freezer. No, you know what it's akin to? It's akin to a store selling you the same carton of ice cream half eaten that you bought a week ago that they took back and are selling back to you at full price. Part 5 when? Part 5 what? Oh, you're talking about Blame? No. Unfortunately tied to the technology of the day, updating the design with better technology that improves longevity. What? Oh, I see. Video games are unfortunately tied to the technology of the day. But here's the thing that like you don't have to update everything that has aged poorly. Just make new things. Oh, part five. I don't follow JoJo very closely, but thank you, Jack, for clarifying that. You guys probably heard that in the speakers. I think JoJo's really fun and cute and hilarious, but I don't follow it too closely. How's your hand, by the way? How long did it take to recover? It took about a year, and it's fine. It's serviceable. I can do this. These fingers are harder to move, but I got these two. What electronic artists do you find Set the Sky, Porter Robinson, Seven Lions, Medion, Churches, Midas. Definitely Midas. Curious. What was the decision to distance the band from video game stuff? I got bored of it. I felt that I got a better performance out of myself when I wrote personal stuff, and I had a lot I wanted to say that I didn't have an opportunity to say because I spent so much time writing referential material. I was like, you know what? I got things I want to say. I got things I want to share, and I want people to take us seriously. Fuck all this. You know, I'm gonna share. I'm gonna tell you. I didn't even. it would be unfair to say that was necessary. It was just something I wanted to do. You know, I didn't care about the video game stuff anymore. I was like, there are more important things for me to share and say right now, in my opinion. Things that carry much more weight. Are we going from Dark Souls memes to JoJo memes? Apparently. This must be the work of an enemy stand. Also, Alex, eventually we'll whittle down isn't about. We'll have the answer. People have spent years. Carlos, I think Pilot is about Evangelion hides under the table. Yeah, people have spent like literal years trying to figure it out, and I'll never give you an answer, and I'll never tell you who's right and who's wrong at this point. Circle of fifths usually includes both majors and minors, relatives and parallels, etc. Yes, intervals are also the basic music theory. Are also the basic music. Yes, intervals are also very important. Have you ever tried any of the Armored Core titles before? Yeah, Armored Core 4 Answer is one of my favorite games. I was into Armored Core before I was into the Souls games. Like that's my introduction to FromSoft wasn't Demon Souls. It was fucking the Armored Core series. I love the Armored Core series. I think Kingsfield is trash, but I think Armored Core is great. What did Kestrel say now? Oh yeah, it's actually enough. Pilot being about Ava is what I've settled on. So Merge Ghost is about felt a strange connection with it. Yeah, that's what Murder Ghost is about. Yep. 100 subs away from hitting 10,000. Oh wow, wow, wow. That's a lot of subs. So many viewers on YouTube. It's a surprise. Tip for order of sharps and flats. Flats, battle ends and down goes Charlie Father. Reverse the statement. Literally, just memorize the circle of fifths and intervals. Yeah, all those little phrases for like for remembering flats and sharps and fifths, and like remembering like the clefs genome. They never helped me. I just have to do the math in my head. You know, it's like the relative minor to C is A, and like I'll remember things very clinically. Like all those phrases that they teach kids to help them remember, they never helped me. They just confused me. So I just have to do everything very clinically. All My Stars is such a great song. When I heard it for the first time, I can't explain the feeling. All My Stars is a fun song, man. It's got good like positive energy. Speaking of grabbing novels and manga, how do you feel about Scott Pilgrim? I'm not sure how you want me to answer that. I kind of hate Scott Pilgrim. I don't think it's written very well. I think Scott Pilgrim is a really shitty person. I guess he's well characterized, but he's like a fucking pedophile and a loser. Like Scott Pilgrim is bullshit. Fuck Scott Pilgrim. You know what? I'm not even gonna be like afraid of saying it. Fuck Scott Pilgrim. I hate Scott Pilgrim. I'm not really into like Western comics, although there are a few that I love. Like I loved Y the Last Man up until the ending. It's a really cool premise, and he did some really, and Brian K. Vaughan did some really cool things, but he clearly didn't know how to wrap it up. I'm in Australia, so manga publishers make that really shit really expensive. Yeah, Australia, things are in general very expensive. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Spotify, get wrecked. But it is there, so don't ask. Good catch, Jack. Yeah, don't want to fucking bait people into fucking asking about it. I feel kind of the opposite with my music. Writing the actual music is a chore, but I'm all about writing lyrics. Okay, so yeah, you're a more poetic and like creative thinker. I'm much more literal and methodical and calculated. I'm not really into poetry, stuff like that. Well, I am. I have a profound appreciation for it, but I'm not into creating it. I have read Blame. I don't know what to recommend to you. The Breaker and Tower of God are very different stuff. I mean, I'm rereading Biomega. I'm rereading Evangelion. I've just started reading Made in Abyss. So don't worry about recommending things for me because I probably won't have time to read it. If you're a fan of Midas, I highly recommend Jay Cosmic's new track called Ocean Eyes. I'll check it out. Actually, if you guys haven't heard the new Jacob Lee stuff, like Jacob Lee used to be like this, like post rock pop, like acoustic thing. But like his last two tracks, Demon and Oceans, are like super chill, like ambient electronic. Like I really like the direction he's going into, so I highly recommend Jacob Lee's new stuff. Jay Cosmic's new track, Ocean Eyes. I will check that out, Carter. Thank you so much. I love the new album. I think you guys did amazing. Thank you so much, Baz. I appreciate that. The pilot is about Shinji getting into the fucking mech. They're not called mechs, Kurt. They are called Evas. Evangelions. They're not mechs. Learn the lore. I was severely disappointed that Shadows Died Twice showed up in a teaser instead of an Armored Core. I mean, they are working on Armored Core. They have confirmed that, Jay. Granted, I was really hoping they would show some Armored Core stuff too. Yeah, that trailer, I'm not sure what to think about it. I don't know what it's going to be. I'm excited to find out. You know, I'm cautiously optimistic. But yeah, I would have liked to have seen an Armored Core title, especially fucking 5 sucked. 5 sucked. Sorry, I just joined. No problem, Dylan. It's not a problem. I just want to tell you, I instantly fell in love with your music when I first heard Lord Vessel on Vati's channel. Keep it up, man. Thank you so much. Vote Alex for Sexiest Musician. I've gotten way too many of those votes, Jack. I really just want the band to win. Have you seen Darling in the Franxx? No, I have not. I don't know what that is. Hey, man, I appreciate your honesty. No problem, comics. So sorry for being such a tactless asshole about it, but yeah, that's just how I feel. I don't like Scott Pilgrim. And since you're reading all of this so far, I just want to say your guys' music has helped me in dark times. I want to thank you for. I mean, thank you for sharing that, Baz. And it's my pleasure. I'm glad that we were able to, you know, provide you with some semblance of comfort through our music. You know, I'm glad we were able to reach you to some degree. It's always flattering to hear people say that. You know, it goes. You know, it's validating, and more importantly, it shows you that the things that you do in your life have a greater impact than you could possibly imagine. Whether it's being a musician or just the things that you say and things that you do for people. You know, it's always very important to keep that in mind. What's your advice for theory for drummers? Don't play drums. I don't even know where to begin with theory on drums. I'm not a drummer, so I really can't comment. I couldn't tell you, Shun. I mean, learn as much as you can, I guess I would say. That way you can have even deeper conversations about music, whether or not you actually play an instrument with other musicians. So yeah, to be honest, I really don't know how to answer that question. I apologize. Yeah, Shay, they said they're working on like 3 titles. One of which is The Shadows Die Twice, which they're playing very close to the chest. They made that clear. But they also said, yeah, we're working on a new Armored Core. Like they were very transparent about it. Who knows when it'll be out? But they said yes, that's happening. I didn't know that I should get the lore correct around Alex. When it comes to Evangelion, my favorite anime and manga of all time, my favorite like franchise of all time. I mean, look at the background on my phone. That's Sakiel, man. I even have a Sakiel T-shirt. Where is it? And where's my Sakiel? I even got a Sakiel T-shirt. Yeah. Actually, here. Let me show you some of my my Ava swag. I got a lot of collector books One second, guys. So I got this from a friend. Got this from me. This is this was like a 1998 copy of An America with Ray, Ava Oo, and Shinji on the cover. And I got the Essential Evangelion Chronicles Side A and Side B. You can't find Side A in the States anymore. And I got Side B as well. And I got Demande, which is this really nice art book of Evangelion. It's a hardcover. Nice glossy pages. So yeah, I got tons of Ava collectible stuff. I love Ava. I love Ava. Hitman Reborn. I'm not familiar with that, to be honest. I can't tell you what to work on in terms of rhythm first via metaphor. That's a good way to put it, Genome. I can tell you one thing you want to work on in terms of drumming, and not seeing so much from a theory perspective, but rudiments. You know, just for good economy of movement. I feel like performance is much more important in drumming. Just listen to those Jacob Lee tracks, and his voice reminds me of the band Embracer. I would check out Embracer. But yeah, Jacob Lee is amazing. Jacob Lee is one of my favorite artists of all time. Like when I first heard Demons, I was like, this is what I want to do. Like he's one of my biggest influences in terms of like chill stuff. And hopefully it shows up in some of the songs in the new album. But like when I first heard Demons, I was like, yo, this is it. This is what I want. This is the kind of stuff I want to make. Thank you, Kerr. I think it's pretty sick myself. Sometimes I can't stay, but thanks, Mike. If I ever get rich, I'll donate. That's not necessary, but it would be appreciated, I guess. Thank you, man. This is like when you invite a friend over, you want to show them all your toys. Yeah, no, it's pretty much like that, Jay. Key in the words this time. Dio intensifies. I'm very. Haruhi, with the exception of Endless 8, which was trash, Haruhi was pretty awesome. I love Samurai Champloo. I hate the music. I could never get into it. It's never grown on me. If anything, it's become more jarring. I know that's part of the appeal for a lot of people, and part of the deliberate aesthetic, but I couldn't get into it. But I love the characters. I think Fuchan is amazing. I think Jin's great. I think, dude, Mugen is a fucking crazy motherfucker. I love Samurai Champloo in terms of like the characters and the stories. I think it's fantastic and it's wonderfully animated. I love everything about Samurai Champloo except for the music. But yeah, Haruhi, you take out Endless 8 and I love Haruhi, especially the movie. The movie was fantastic. A great way to close up the series. Steins Gate, I have to give a second chance. I couldn't get through the first episode. It was a bit too it was hard to follow for me. But I hear nothing but amazing things. I will get back to Steins Gate and check it out. You don't really need proper sheet music with drums. Yeah, very true. This is true. People say Shadows Die Twice might end up being a Tenchu reboot. I don't know what Tenchu is. I'm familiar with From Outside. I'm totally unfamiliar with From Outside of Souls. Armored Core is arguably their best series in terms of being consistently great. I blame Evangelion and Gundam Wing for my love of mechs and why I love Armored Core so much. Evangelion's great, man. My brother is a tournament pro in Armored Core 4. Oh, damn! The Armored Core 4 Vanilla or 4 Answer? Either way, they're both great games. Man, that t-shirt looks awesome. Thank you. I haven't extensively listened to your newest album yet, except for Mercy and Choke. My question is about your previous album. What is your inspiration for Something Like Breathing? Something Like Breathing, I explained earlier in the chat, but I'll explain again. It was basically, dealing with the frustrations of having to write lyrics when it wasn't something I was particularly passionate about at the time and had a lot of trouble with, and also wanting people to just step the fuck off and let me do my own thing. I had a lot of people telling me, yo, you should do this, you should do that, you should write a song about this, write a song about that, and I just wanted to be like, yo, everyone fuck off. This is my thing. I'm going to do what I want. You can either tag along for the ride or, get the fuck out. Have you ever seen Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? I'm not really into shonen anime. I hear it's, from what I understand, it is objectively great. It's just not my thing. I don't think I'd be terribly interested. But I won't knock it. I hear it's fantastic, and everything I know about it, it sounds great. It just doesn't interest me. Samurai 7 though, Kiku is the best. I wanted to watch Samurai, but every time I would watch. I love Cowboy Bebop. I would argue that Samurai Champloo is obviously it's equal. I would argue that Samurai Champloo is slightly better. As much as I love Spike Spiegel and Faye Valentine, I would argue that Samurai Champloo is slightly better, even though they are both great and near timeless. I hope the new Armored Core is more like 4. Yes, I agree. I would love another like spirit. I would love a spiritual successor to 4 Answer. Oh, don't drop it, man. It's so good. Hey, I've been listening to your album. Especially Beneath the Sleep nonstop, man. Thank you, Alec. I appreciate it. Snazzy work. I'd love to hear your inspiration behind the song. Beneath the Sleep is about disturbing dreams that I have about me doing terrible things. It's basically it's like other stuff in the album. It's self-examination and reflection. Basically, me asking myself, what am I really capable of? Who am I underneath? Like, is there a part of me that accounts for all these horrible things? Am I really capable of doing such terrible things to another human being? Like, it's about being afraid of who you might be and not really understanding yourself. That's what Beneath the Sleep is about. Since you've shown one shirt, what's the shirt you're wearing? The shirt I'm wearing, this is my friend Annalise Pasnow. She is a professional roller derby player in Seattle. She grew up in the area here, but she moved to Seattle. That's her on this T-shirt. She goes by the name Slammy Sweetheart. You can probably find her on Facebook. Everyone, yeah, you know what? Fucking here. I'm gonna pull up. Everyone, show her some support. I'm gonna link you. Oh wait, here it is. Yeah. I'm gonna dump it into chat. Everyone, here. Boom. That's Slammy Sweetheart's Facebook page. Please support my friend Annalise. She's a very wonderful and talented person. Yeah. Don't think it's ironic how people nag you about writing lyrics and get released. Because you know, yeah. I call that poetic justice. Do you listen to any hip hop? I don't really. I have profound appreciation for it, but yeah, I don't actively listen to it. Page not available. That's what Jack is telling me. What the hell? Here, Jack, I'll give it to you and you post it. That's the link, and you can post it. Yeah, maybe there's a reason why I won't let me post it. Anyway, yeah, I do have a profound appreciation for hip hop. I do enjoy some Kendrick Lamar, and once again, guys, please check out my friend Leon Legacy. You know what? I'm gonna give you Jack. I'm gonna give you a link to Leon Legacy. You can post it in the chat. I'll probably be wrapping up the stream shortly, guys. It is almost 11, and I'm putting Jack and Mike to work, and so definitely we'll definitely be wrapping it up soon. So everyone, please follow my friend Leon Legacy and check out his music. Anyway, yes, it is. Come on, guys. Every time you ask Gallus to make a Dark Souls song, he dies a little more inside. I've stopped doing that. I'll just start fucking banning you guys. Having pins on Zone of the Enders. Fuck Kojima. Fuck Kojima. How many times do I have to say that? Fuck that guy. Don't do that. Samurai Champloo sounds a bit more like original Berserk. Oh, dude, the original Berserk anime music was fucking trash. But even the new stuff is trash too. The only good Berserk music was from the movies, the Golden Age arc. Berserk music for both the original series and the new series is trash. The music's so bad. Hi, Alex. I know you like Persona 4. What do you think about? I love Shin Megami Tensei. I fucking love Shin Megami Tensei. I think Nocturne is amazing. I think Digital Devil Saga. outside of Persona 4 is my favorite Shin Megami Tensei game. I loved Shin Megami Tensei 4. I love Devil Summoner. I love Devil Survivor. Yeah, dude. Strange Journey, even though it really wasn't an SMT game, I really loved. I thought it was really, really cool. And I think they're redoing it for the 3DS, which is cool because a lot of people didn't get to play that game, and it was so cool. You just fucking up when it's posted. That's stupid. That's too bad. What's your favorite genre of music? I don't know. Right now, I guess it's chill. I really like chill right now. I've been listening to a lot of chill. Stranger Things song when? Never. Jack. You know, I haven't even watched that. Even Forces? What's Forces? Habo. I don't understand. How do you feel about synthwave? I'm not terribly familiar with synthwave, a lot of synthwave material. So I honestly don't have an opinion on it. But if you want to share with me some stuff, like post like something on our Facebook page for me to check out, and I'll listen to it. Best Periphery song and album. Go. Ooh. Best album is definitely Periphery 2. This time it's personal. That's easily their best album. It's a timeless album in my opinion. Best song. Race Car is up there. Scarlet is up there. Man, I don't even know. Mile Zero. God damn, I don't even know what their best song is. But their best album is definitely Periphery 2. Like, no contest. Forces is one of the tracks from Berserk. Oh, okay. Then yes, even Forces. All the Berserk, or all the original Berserk movies, music is trash. It's absolute trash. What's your thoughts on Injustice 2 winning Fighting Game of the Year? I mean, it's not a surprise because Game Awards are a sham. They're a fucking joke. So I don't take anything that they vote for seriously. And it's a fucking Western game that panders to people. So yeah, it's not a surprise. It panders to plebs. Like Ed Boon is laughing all the way to the bank. He sold you guys a shitty game. You guys keep eating it up. Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah, so I really don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. It's the Game Awards. It doesn't fucking matter. Because the truth of the matter is, no one in the FGC plays Injustice 2. They can tout all the Game Awards they want. At the end of the day, no one plays their shit in the competitive scene. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't. It's one of the most shallow. Despite having the largest payouts of their pools, NRS games have among the shallowest and lowest skill ceilings of any of the titles in FGC games with very low representation. So who gives a fuck? Fuck NRS games. Fuck Injustice 2. Fuck Ed Boon. Are you interested in seeing my brother playing a tournament and just linking YouTube stuff work here? I don't really have time to watch it right now, but yeah, you can post it, I suppose. Original Berserk anime has a song called Forces. I'm sure it does, and I'm sure it's trash. What's your opinion on the Proto Men? It's not really my thing. I appreciate like the theatrics and everything involved. I don't like that kind of music. What's wrong? You're wrong. It's Have a Blast. Have a Blast is an excellent song, Carter. That's an excellent song. That is an excellent song. And like, it's really hard to pick a perfect Periphery song. They're all so fucking good. For me, it might be Mile Zero. And Race Car is really up there. Race Car is really up there. I'm actually not a huge fan of their first album, but Race Car, that one song off that album, is definitely top 5 Periphery songs of all time. I just realized it's 3:40 in the morning. Computer science. Oh man, I don't miss college, I'll tell you that much. Icarus Lives. It's a good song. It's a very good song. Like there's some real solid gems on the first album, but for the most part, it's just like it's kind of a mess of just genty nonsense. You can tell listening to that album that it was very Misha, and then the second album, other influences started to take hold, and other people had voices. It can only be 80s synth or Metallica, but not. I don't enjoy Metallica that much. No, that's Sudoku. That's cute. Rido's the man, dude. That fucking dark ass police uniform. I think Shoji Meguro's best music is in Persona 3, 4, and 5. easily. There's just such a unique like style and character and swag and attitude that no other game captures, and is nowhere near as cohesive in anything else. His stuff in Persona Q is actually, I think, some of his best stuff. Everything that Meguro has done for the Persona series is way better than what he's done for anything else. Have you heard of Nier? Of course I have. Everyone knows Nier. I don't really like Yoko Taro. I think the original Nier games were bad games. Oh, the original Nier game was a bad game. I think the Drakengard games aren't very good either. I hear Automata is an improvement on all that, but I still have no desire to play it because I'm not a Yoko Taro fan. I'm just not. I think his games suck. And if the game is any good, it's not because of him. It's because Platinum saved his ass. Let's face it. The guy needed Platinum to make that game. The original Berserk opening was trash, but it was good trash. I don't agree, but I respect that opinion because there's a lot of trash out there that I like and openly admit called trash and still enjoy. Like K-On! K-On! Is trash anime, but I enjoy it. But I won't deny that it's trash. Normie scum playing Injustice, yeah. Yeah, Injustice is for fucking noobs and plebs. Play a real fighting game. I'm kidding. If you enjoy Injustice, that's totally within your right. I just don't. I think it sucks. I think Mortal Kombat sucks. I think all of those games suck. On their last tour, they brought out Wes Hauck. Oh my god, dude! Wes Hauck solo in Mile Zero is fucking ridiculous. Yeah, the reason why they couldn't play it is because he plays like a it's not extended scale, but he has extra frets on his guitar, and no one else has a guitar, and no one in Periphery has a guitar built like that, so they couldn't hit those notes. I think he goes beyond the 24th fret. Signal cuts out. That sucks. That sucks. Wes Hauck is like one of the. I'm crazy about the music he writes, but in terms of just technical ability and just playing so clean and tight, he's one of the best guitarists in the world. Fairness to comic book fans like myself, and Smash fairness to Nintendo fans. Smash isn't even a fighting game though. Smash is just a fun party game. Like Sakurai himself says that. He's just like, I didn't intend for this to be competitive. It's supposed to just be a fun, like little, fun one-on-one game, or fun not competitive, but like combative game where you play against each other. It's never deliberately been balanced for that or anything. It's just nonsense. How much I appreciate you to help me through difficult times. You're very welcome, Dylan. I appreciate you sharing that with me, and I'm glad we were able to help. And I hope things have improved for you. What's your favorite fighting game at the moment? Tekken 7. Tekken 7 is so fucking good. It's not just my favorite fighting game from last year, it's my favorite game from last year. Tekken 7 is so good. But I am I'm definitely looking forward to the Dragon Ball game. I have struggled with picking up Street Fighter V again now that Arcade Edition is out, because I hear it's better, but it still suffers from the same issues. There's very little neutral game and footsie, so it's just like, I don't know. I have Tekken. I'm not sure. But I kind of want to play Sakura, so. What's your opinion on the Foo Fighters? I'm not an active fan, but I do like Dave Grohl. I think he's super talented, and I have a lot of respect for what they do. Shay, don't ask Jack that question. He doesn't know the answer. I don't even know the answer. My mom heard me listening and said you sound familiar to the Foo Fighters. I disagree, but that's mom's for you. Yes. This is Lychee Calpico, and I have Lychee Wei Chuan as well, which is much more exclusive. You can't find this at regular stores. It has aloe vera pulp in it too. Wei Chuan is like my favorite lychee juice of all time. Foco is really good. Periphery is a band where I like parts. I drink a lot of Asian stuff. Periphery is a band where I like parts of their songs, but not the whole thing. I'm a fan of Catch Fire. Catch Fire is an excellent song, but it's like the most non-Periphery song of all time. The new album, I don't know. I still haven't, after all this time, I still haven't figured out how I feel about Periphery 3. I don't know. Nickelback, I hate Nickelback, Toad. Fuck Nickelback. Excellent, like everything else. Honestly, I have no ability to allow you to post links. Maybe, I don't know. I might search for it. Catch Fire is awesome. I think Catch Fire is an excellent song. I think that album on a whole, though, was kind of like, what are you doing? It felt really muddled and directionless. That's the way the news goes. Like when they do the blast beats in the chorus, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like the album is the definition of like thematically tone deaf. It's like it's like I don't understand any of their decisions. It's trash music, but I still enjoy it. I mean, that wasn't a funny joke, Toad. Like, I'm not gonna ban you for shit talking. It's just like if you're gonna make a fucking joke, like put more effort into it. Same can be said about the newer fighting games. Shit is a joke. Those aren't fighting games. Like that's the thing. They're just not fighting games. And I'm sure they're fun, but they're just not fighting games. Confirmed to be shit at Melee. I probably am shit at Melee. And you know what? I don't give a fuck because Melee's a trash game because Smash is fucking trash. Like like you could ask Jack and Mike. I talk shit about Smash and the Smash scene all the time. I fucking hate that. I fucking hate Smash players and I hate the Smash scene. I'm FGC, man. I'm FGC through and through. This is who I am. No, that'll never change. I don't apologize for my opinions on Smash or how much I've alienated those fans. I don't like Smash. So come here, Jeff. I came really close. Speaking of Jeff Loomis, I came really close to buying a Jeff Loomis Schecter once. And then I decided against it. And then I came really close to buying a Keith Merrow Schecter. And then I came really close to buying a Wes Alex Schecter. But I haven't decided what my next Schecter is going to be. It's probably going to be a custom US made masterwork, which would run like $4,000 to $4,500, but I'll definitely save it for one. Exo Spartan round 1. Just saying round 4. Exo Spartan is my brother. Okay, I'll definitely remember Exo Spartan Armored Core. Have you ever considered covering songs from other bands? I have, only as tests and for fun. Never. I don't want to monetize it or sell it or get the license for that, because I don't know. Covering for me is just not something I find terribly fulfilling. I'd rather create. I'd rather just write more. I'd rather take that time to write and produce more music. Finally, someone who agrees with me about Smash. Holy shit! What do you mean? Finally, there's tons of us, man. You're hanging out with the wrong people, Justin. Like no one I know is into Smash. Like we're all FGC. Yeah, it all depends on. It all depends on. How, honestly, it depends on where you grew up. It depends on your age demographic, and what games you grew up playing. Like I'm an FGC guy. The pop part is probably my favorite. I think my favorite part in Catch Fire is definitely the chorus. Who do you main Tekken? I main Josie. I fucking love Josie. I play a little bit of Leo and even a little bit less Kazumi. Definitely want to start practicing Mishima some more, and I definitely want to play some Yoshi. But right now I main Josie. Actually, we play Soul Calibur series. I dabble in the Soul Calibur series very casually. I never took it seriously, but with the new one coming out and having fallen in love with Tekken 7, I'll probably definitely put a lot of time into Soul Calibur 6. I think Soul Calibur is really, really cool. I never put a lot of time into it. I never got good at it. But I'll never knock Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur is a very special game. The few that I have played, I played 2, 4, and 5. And yeah, I never really learned tech or like learned what I was doing, but I had fun with them. And 5 was a beautiful ass game. It can be expensive to buy Asian foods. Yeah, where are you, Damien? There's a lot of. I mean, I live in Massachusetts. There are a lot of Asian markets in our area. There's a lot of Asian people here. And you know, you go to Chinatown, that shit's super cheap. Best thing to go home after a hell shift. What's up, Yuri? Glad you can make it. Right. We'll probably be ending this in about 7 minutes or so, guys. So we got some time still, because I definitely want to take some. I want to do some stuff before I start playing Monster Hunter tonight. Are you into King of Fighters? Yes, I am, Hazamad. I'm not really into Blaze Blue, because I think Blaze Blue is a perfectly competent fighting game. It just feels like a lamer version of Guilty Gear, though, for me. King of Fighters, I'm terrible at King of Fighters, because King of Fighters is a fucking hard-ass game, but I think it's awesome. I love King of Fighters. My team is Terry Bogard, Kula, and Vanessa. Sometimes I used to play Benamaro, Iori, Terry Bogard as well. Yeah, dude, King of Fighters is so fucking good. I love King of Fighters. I'm just terrible at it because it's fucking hard. It's so fucking hard, but it's so good. Like anyone who shit talks King of Fighters, it's like it's because you suck. Like I suck, and I know it's an amazing game. I like Periphery 3. They got a really good theme going. I really see. I totally disagree, Genome. I think the theme and tone of the album is extremely muddled, and it feels like they're pulling in way too many directions. Um, yeah, I actually disagree about Periphery 3. Have you heard a band called Machina Supremacy? I have not. I do not. I'm not familiar with them. If not, I would suggest Rise of Digital Nation Player One. What are they like? 4 bucks. Yeah. What? Who can you compare them to? Or to whom can you compare them? Pardon me, my English is not great. Shun, it depends on the dialect that you speak. It's either lychee. It's light. It's actually lychee in Cantonese, but in Toisana Mandarin, it's lychee. It all depends, man. It literally depends on your dialect. Shun is actually Malaysian, if anyone knows. He actually is. He's actually being totally legit. Don't time out Shun, Jack. Shun's actually super cool. Shun's actually super cool. And yes, you can quote me on that. Your Smash is trash. Is there a pair of headphones? Is there a pair of headsets you use for gaming and music? I use my stereo headphones. It's my Sennheisers, the 280s. My father got me these for years ago when I first started building a studio or demo space for myself. They're excellent. It's unfair to call it a headset because it doesn't have a mic. Because I think those things are trash. But yeah, they're headphones. Yeah, they're very nice headphones. Street Fighter 5 on PC, any good, or should I not even bother? It's fine. But the thing, it doesn't matter whether it's on PC or PS4. The problems I have with Street Fighter 5 are just inherent to Street Fighter 5. It's nothing wrong with the port in the PC. It runs perfectly fine on PC. It's just the game is making me miss my Schecter now that I haven't mentioned it, man. Yeah, dude, Schecters are awesome. I think Schecters make excellent guitars. The timestamp is unnecessary. He's been saying that shit for years. That's true. I put a lot of effort into that joke. Oh, don't quit your day job, Toad. That was pretty trash. I'm not gonna lie. Lettuce Prime. Honestly, I think Catch Fire is the best showcase of Spencer's clean vocals. I agree, Carter. He actually does. He does. And this is coming from someone who normally doesn't like his vocal arrangements and his vocal tone. He nailed. He absolutely nailed his parts in Catch Fire. I came in the stream late, so I want to start out. For me, that was great. It's generally more active guitar work in them. They seem like maybe more fun to play. Yeah, no, oh yeah, the first 2 albums of mine, David, were definitely much more guitar focused, but I'm a musician and composer first, and then guitarist second. Like, I at this point, I don't necessarily I don't approach my music from a guitar centric standpoint now. I just try to do what's best for a song. If that means more guitar, it means more guitar. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I've actually never owned an Apocalypse series genome. I own 2 Schecter C1 Elites that they no longer make. One is an 03 and one of them is an 05. They both have bare knuckles in them. I got into Smash because I'm too shitty at quick command inputs for normal fighting games. Jay, it's honestly, everyone sucks at fighting games when they start, and everyone who's good at fighting games has put an insane amount of hours into it. Like you can ask Jack and my cousin Mike's. I'm still fairly trash. I'm still pretty trash, but to get to where I am, I still had to put in like 100+ hours into Tekken, just playing the game. Like that's the problem. That's the main issue with fighting games and why people have a hard time getting into them. They require a tremendous amount of commitment and understanding. You have to be willing to put in the work. And for me, that's half the fun. So it doesn't bother me, but I understand why it turns off a lot of people. I got myself sustaining while CS1. It's fucking banger. I believe it. I believe it. Trash. This is true, Kerr. I do say trash a lot. I do say godlike a lot. But unfortunately, we haven't been talking about anything that's godlike, so I haven't been able to say godlike. I don't know how he does it. The man hits Michael Jackson notes there. Scarlet, well, the problem with Scarlet is it's not a Periphery song. It's a Haunted Shore song that Mark wrote before he joined the band. And here's the thing. Mark Holcomb is my favorite guitarist of all time. So anything that Mark writes, I'm like, yeah, I'm totally with it. I never played Soul Blade. No. South Carolina. I would imagine there's not a lot of Asian people in South Carolina, Damien. Unfortunately, none of their music is really similar to Catch Fire. What other songs do you like? God, Periphery songs? Shit, I missed... where did that go? Periphery songs we got. Okay, Mile Zero is up there. Race Car. Jetpack Was Yes is a great song. Have a Blast is great. Scarlet. Ragnarok. Basically anything off of Periphery 2 minus Frog and Bullfish, which is just a fucking nonsense song. Off Omega, Priestess, Omega, shit. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else is off of Alpha and Omega. Heavy Heart. Yeah, so many good Periphery songs. I don't even know, man. Monster Hunter Rules. Speaking of fighting games, Skullgirls, anybody? Skullgirls is awesome. Skullgirls is a great game. I think Lab Zero are fucking weird creeps, though. And I have a hard time playing Skullgirls now and supporting... I can't even back Indivisible because they employ a fucking weird sex pervert who is famous for creating weird child rape torture porn hentai. Which really bothers me because I think Skullgirls is an amazing game. I think Skullgirls, when Skullgirls first came out, I had so much fucking fun playing with Skullgirls. I thought that game is fucking amazing. It's such a good fighting game. God damn it, Lab Zero. Why the fuck did you hire that fucking creepo? Jaeger. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce your name. I'll just call you Angel. It's going to take you a long time to win a match. It'll take you to you have to be okay. You have to learn to lose better and learn from your losses and understand that you will not win for a very long time. I won't be able to play until tomorrow since I pre-ordered a physical copy. Ooh, rough. Ugh, not a good idea. I got here too late. As for what's up, not a lot. Got okay, dye my hair at work, so don't dye your hair, man. KOF is hard as fuck, yes. Go natural, man. I wish you guys could see it. I got so many grays. Random question. Did you ever... Dude, Shin Godzilla is such an amazing movie. Thank you for asking that, Corey. Yes, I did see Shin Godzilla, and it's fucking awesome. It's such a good movie. It's such like a classic Godzilla movie, too, where it's just... It's campy at the right moments, but it's very clinical and very just, like, blunt. And it's not overindulgent in the destruction or the monster porn. It's just very, like, this is how the nation of Japan and the city and the people as a culture deal with a crisis like this. It's so perfect. I fucking love Shin Godzilla. Shin Godzilla was such a good movie. It was such a good movie. I loved it. Honestly, they're hard to compare. You know, chiptune. Okay. Power metal with chiptune. Very strange. Okay. Blast Power. I used to really love Blind Guardian. I've never really been to power metal, but Blind Guardian was special. Blind Guardian, in my opinion, transcended power metal. They were just their own thing. I know what you mean by P3's metal themes. It sort of connects with what you were saying earlier about cool moments falling flat if they don't... Yes, exactly. It's like, I can appreciate... Like, cool moments, if you can appreciate them in a vacuum. But if they're not cohesive and they don't serve the fuller narrative of your music, just like how a cool scene in the movie doesn't serve the narrative in a movie, then it's fluff. Terry's very respectable. Rock is definitely my man. Rock Howard is awesome. Too bad he's in like 2 games. K-Dash, I love K-Dash. K-Dash is great. I was just terrible at using him. I'm terrible at the game in general, but I was terrible at using K-Dash. But K-Dash is super sick. Blaze Blue is definitely a lot of bit of acquired taste, I guess. Yeah, I'll never knock BlazBlue. I think it's a very good game objectively. It's just, yeah, I just was never really into the art style. You know, like, and when you consider the main cast, I mean, what's his name? Jin and Ragna. I mean, they're just Soul Bad Guy and Kai Kiske. And it's just like, that's literally just them. It's just not as cool. Like, nowhere near as cool. Like, the characters in Guilty Gear are just so fucking over the top cool. They're so self-aware cool. Headset mics are garbage. Yes, they are. They are total trash. Marigold is a good song. I've gotten tired of it, but it is a good song. Nailbiter is about some former bandmates of mine that took my music and released it without my permission and sold it without my consent. And it was basically me just saying, "Wow, what you guys did was really fucked up. Like that wasn't for you to do. Like you think so little of me and so little of the legacy that we built together as musicians that you're just willing to do this. You're like, you greedy, soulless motherfuckers." Like that's what Nailbiter's about. Comedian career. Hey Toad, I'm sure there are plenty of things that you're good at. Don't worry about it, man. Comedy's hard. Comedy is super hard. Shin Godzilla is one of the few movies that ever made me gasp out loud while watching. That Godzilla moment when that music starts playing, when he opens his mouth, had me yeah, dude, it like they handle the Godzilla stuff like with the perfect amount of like respect. As someone who's a mix-up heavy playstyle for NRS games, we should. If you want to mix up heavy character in Street Fighter, I mean, in five is just dominated by mix-up. It depends on what game you want to play. I will say that Ibuki in general is a mix-up heavy character in every iteration of Street Fighter that she's been in. Third Strike, 4 and 5. 5 in general is a very mix-up heavy game. Who's got good mix-ups now? I haven't played AE. I would imagine. I mean, Ibuki gets some good mix-ups with her. Ibuki has some good mix-ups. Urien, I'm not sure Urien's a good mix-up character, but he has good setups with his Aegis Reflector. Fucking, you guys should see Rainbow Mika's new V-Trigger 2. Holy shit, the setups you can get with that. But yeah, in terms of mix-ups, I would say Ibuki. Maybe Laura. Yeah, it's tough. I haven't played Street Fighter in so long. Okay, so Street Fighter linking, they're not target combos like they are in NRS games. Those are called strings or target combos. Street Fighter is about true links. So say I have to explain frame data to you, Shun. That's a really long conversation. So it's not this is not the good time to do that. You have to understand frame data. Honestly, Alex, I fucking love your approach. Or I feel it goes best the song. Yeah, that's the healthiest approach to writing music, in my opinion. Your intervals. I do not like intervals. I think Aaron Marshall is super overrated. I'll say it. I'm probably the only person who's ever said that in the world, but I think Aaron Marshall's super overrated. I think he's an amazing guitarist. I think he's not a very good songwriter. Seeing pros play fire games is super intimidating. I tried getting the complex commands down before, and I couldn't do it. It takes work, man. It takes work and a lot of time. I guarantee you, all these guys at some point were like button mashers and like had terrible execution, but they put hours of their life. They put hours, like 8 hours a day, every day of their lives into that. Error message. Hello, what's up? How you doing, man? Any opinions on Monster Hunter World? We'll see, man. I think it's beautiful. I think it plays well. I think the UI is a fucking mess. I think it's way too cluttered, and I think the Firefly system is trash. But everything else feels great. So we'll see what happens. World? No, I won't be streaming it tonight. No, I just want to play. As far as I know, Dragon Ball Fire is just made entirely by ArcSys. I don't know how much you played Guilty Gear, but it's supposed to be exactly the same. If it plays like Guilty Gear, I'm fine with that, because I love Guilty Gear. Alright, have a good night, Kerr. Jesus Christ, there's so much more to read still. I'm going to be cutting this in a few minutes, guys. We were already past 11, and we're closing on 2 hours. This stream is way longer than I thought it was going to be. It took 3 seconds to go in and ruin that for me. I was talking about Shin Godzilla. Yeah. Good night, Carlos. I will get in touch with you guys about playing on PS4 with all you guys in a couple weeks. They sound horrible. Fuck those bandmates. Yeah, no, I don't really talk to them anymore. How do you feel about concept albums? Would you ever write one? I would argue that The Fire, the Fear, the Fall is a concept album, in the loosest sense of the term. My guess was dead on, but thank you for clearing that up. That you had to go through that, though. It's whatever. I don't give a shit. It's settled now. I said my piece. It's getting late. Good night, guys. Good night, Hobo. Go ahead and talk. Mary James Keen fans. Mary James Keen's an excellent singer, I think. I think A Perfect Circle is better than Tool as well. But yeah, Mary James Keen is a highly underrated singer. Given that we were talking fighting games, any opinions on Virtua Fighter? I think Virtua Fighter is a great game. I'm terrible at... I don't really have a lot of experience with 3D games outside of Tekken, so I can't have a really strong opinion on it. Thoughts on Jury in Season 3? I don't know. I haven't played Arcade Edition yet, and apparently she's still not that good. I know that the ending gives me chills watching Haunting. Oh yeah, his tail at the end. I think Release is my favorite song. I might be with you on that, Just. I might be with you on that. Play Guilty Gear then, because I love the characters in BlazBlue. Guilty Gear, yeah, Guilty Gear is everything BlazBlue is, but better. The only interviews album I like is A Voice Within. I don't know which one I've heard, to be honest. I do not know which one I've heard. All I know is everything I have heard, I just don't really, I don't really care about. I can't read Hiragana, Damien. I don't know what that says. I'm not Japanese. I love the ending of Shin Godzilla. Yes, the ending is fantastic. Great music. Thank you. Our message. I'm a metal purist. Thank you. Only the finest Linkin Park for me. That's a good one. That's a good favorite Guilty Gear character. Ooh, man. In terms of who I think is just cool in general, who I like to play. I play Melia and Jam. But oh my god, Eddie Gonzato, May, Johnny, Order Soul and Soul Bad Guy, Dizzy, Faust, Bridget, Potemkin, literally everyone in Guilty Gear is super fun. Venom. Oh, the only person that's not cool is Axel. Chip. Oh my god, like literally 90% of the Guilty Gear cast is like my favorite character. Like everyone in Guilty Gear is my favorite character. Ramlethal, fuck Elfelt. Fuck Elfelt and fuck Axel. Everyone else is like the best character. Guilty Gear is so fucking cool. Oh yeah, this stream will be going on the channel, Shay, so you can check it out again later. I forgot. GB Cool was hanging. Oh, Oyasumi Nasai. Oh, I love Maynard as a singer, very mixed about his personality. I don't know anything about his personality. Major thanks for Bumpy Peregrine. Oh yeah, Peregrine's amazing. Every band that Nate's ever been in is amazing. Here's the thing about Nate. That's not even the best band he's ever been in. The best band he's ever been in is called God and Country, the band that he had with our late friend Dominic years and years ago. I personally dig Raven. Raven's one of the new characters. I don't know enough about him. But yeah, all the characters in Guilty Gear are so fucking sick. They're so fucking sick. I'm honestly mad because I wanted to be a Bedman player. Bedman's sick as hell. He's all about setups, though. Johnny's super fucking hard to play. Soul, everyone should play the game start with Soul. Soul is like the Ryu of Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear's so sick. Do you know I don't know what that means, or an original name. I don't understand your question. It looks like a terrible joke and not a real question. I want to get into the Persona series. It doesn't matter, really. I think I love 4. I think P4G is a game everyone should play, so let's say P4G. Thank you, Jack. Yeah, I do fucking hate memes. I fucking hate memes. They're not funny. It's not humor. It's trash. Well, I gotta go sleep. Thank you, Ray. Have a good one. Thank you for topping in. By the way, which song do you use stream suggestion for implement a few stream? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me read that again. By the way, which song in the album did you use a stream viewer suggestion to implement a few streams back? I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. It's been so long since I streamed. Relax, Shay. I'm not gonna like kill him or anything. Who killed? Real question is, who killed Captain Alex? What? I wrecked too many people with Soul. Soul's so good. My brother and I had a May off not long ago. We lived 4 hours in May dittos. Dude, May mirror matches are almost as dumb as Eddie Zato mirror matches. Kill that meme fun. There's nothing fun about memes. Memes are born of human misery. All right, guys. Wow, 2 hours. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate you guys coming out and hanging out and talking. This was actually really fun. Thank you so much. Symphony, have a good night. What else did you get my pictures of? Where is this plastic? These are pretty obnoxious once they hit the masses. They're obnoxious from day one. Error message. Doesn't matter. Guys, thank you so much. This was actually really fun. We'll definitely do this again soon. We'll be in touch. Like I said, keep spreading the word. You know. Yes, we'll be getting t-shirts to you very soon. They'll be very cool. If you guys have any further questions, feel free to hit me up, as long as it's not about Spotify or some stupid shit. Yeah, it's a grumpy old guy who shakes his fist at kids and those times. Yeah, no, I'm old, man. I'm old and I am very grumpy. I'm grumpier than I am old, but I'm pretty old. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Everyone, take care. Have a good night. Enjoy Monster Hunter tonight, or enjoy Dragon Ball FighterZ if that's what you're playing instead. I will talk to you guys very soon. Everyone, thank Jack and Mike for their hard work. Yeah, take care. Peace.